Hi guys, it's Laura and welcome to another video on my channel. Today it's Christmas, so Merry Christmas! At least, you know, the day when this video is going live, it's Christmas. But of course I am pre-recording this because I will not be able to record anything on Christmas. Yeah, this is the second build in my new building series that's called Sunday Starter. So this is the second Sunday Starter that I did, and it's very different from the first one because the first one was quite modern, and this one is has more like a cottage feel to it. It's like it's like a small cottage out here on the island of Windenburg, so I felt like I wanted to go in a completely different direction with this one because I want these starter homes to be different. And I believe I also end up doing this as a build with using only limited packs. I believe it's Get Together and Cats and Dogs, possibly one more pack. I don't really remember right now, but I will write it down in the description down below, and also you can see it on the gallery if you want to download this build. It's gonna be up on the gallery using the hashtag #simmingpettrine, and my origin ID is Pettrine. Yeah, so all that formal stuff out of the way. I hope you guys are gonna have a lovely Christmas, at least if Christmas is something that you celebrate. I know that when this video goes live, I will be at my parents' place, probably helping out with the cooking. That's sort of a tradition that we spend all day together in the kitchen, just preparing the food, and then a few people come around and we sit down and have coffee with those people and some people from the family and some friends of the family, and then just having a nice time, just chatting and having coffee, eating some Christmas candy, and just having a very great family time, and then preparing the food. In my family we will have duck, but we will also have like a pork back thing. I don't even know what that's called. I'm gonna look that up right now because that's actually totally crazy that I don't know what it's called. And also, like, I think in Denmark that's pretty standard to have duck or this like pork roast of some sort. But I feel like it may not be, or I know that it's not common in all of the world. So let me know in the comments what you're gonna have. Yeah, okay. It's just Google Translate tells me it's just roast pork, but it's a special kind of roast pork that we have for Christmas in Denmark. Not everyone has this, but I think it's fairly common and everyone knows what it is around Christmas time. But yeah, again, a lot of people also have duck, and sure, you could have other things as well, but I feel like the most common things are roast pork and duck. So that's probably what most people here in Denmark will be having, but let me know in the comments what you'll be having for Christmas, for your Christmas dinner. I know probably some of you will have turkey, right? Or I'm not sure. But yeah, this build is very like small and cozy and sort of traditional. You see here I started using a lot of cats and dogs items, all the windows from cats and dogs, and the door, and the inside doors also from cats and dogs. And I feel like they went fairly well with the with like the feeling of the island of Windenburg that came with Get Together. So that's why I used those two packs together. But I'm quite sure I actually don't use any other packs in this build. So not only in this building series am I challenging myself by doing starter builds, but I also try to do them restricted, because when I do larger builds, I will almost always use stuff from quite a number of packs. I'm lucky enough to own all the packs, all the stuff packs, all the game packs, all the expansions. I spent a lot of money on those, so I don't feel bad for owning them, but I know not everybody has the luxury of being able to buy all the packs for themselves or being gifted all the packs. So I try to do restricted builds fairly often because, as I've said many times, I really want people to download the stuff that I build and to play with it. So that's why I do that, and also as a challenge for myself. And actually, I feel like using a restricted number of packs also helps me to stay with the theme of the build, because I don't know if you've noticed this, but you probably have. Each pack sort of has a theme to it. So the cats and dogs has this nautical theme, but also like a very traditional rustic theme for a lot of the items. And so when I use this pack, I will have to stay in that theme, sort of. So I feel like using a restricted number of packs also helps me, get a cohesive feeling about the build and not just using items left and right. So that's something that actually somehow it makes it harder to use a restricted number of packs, but in some ways it's also easier because you get to stay with the theme. Yeah, I think you get what I mean by now. Sorry for rambling on about that. I put a shower tub combo in the bathroom. I felt like we could afford that for this build. There won't be any landscaping in this build because I just didn't have a lot of money left. I don't remember if I put in just a little something, but the thing you saw out in the front with the few bushes, that's sort of what I will have money for in this build. But then I had the money to put in a shower bathtub combo, so that was nice. I'm gonna go with a fairly standard kitchen because actually kitchen counters are very expensive in this game, at least if you want to use some of the other ones, except for the least expensive one. So I went with that. I know that I went with that in the modern home as well, and I feel like these basic counters, they don't have the traditional feel that I would love this kitchen to have. That's why I used those cabinets up top. They have more of a traditional feel. At least that's how I feel about them. But I didn't have money to do a kitchen where I used any of the more traditional looking counters because since it is a starter home, that's just, you are limited in that way. I feel like the kitchen that would have fitted in the best in this build would be the Parenthood kitchen, the one that we got with the Parenthood game pack. And I love that kitchen, but I also didn't want to use any more different packs, so I ended up not going with that. What else? I'm just super excited for Christmas, though at the point where I'm recording this, I'm not quite ready for Christmas. Oh, sorry, I can't really speak. At the point where I'm recording this, I am not quite ready for Christmas yet. There we go. I made it through the sentence. I still need to pick up a few gifts. I feel like it's always a struggle to buy Christmas gifts. And I know probably a lot of you out there will have the same problems. Like, I feel like I'm always having a hard time getting it done, and all of a sudden Christmas is there and I have been thinking about it all month, but I haven't really gotten it done. I wish I was one of those people, you if you're not this kind of person yourself, you definitely know this kind of person. The kind of person who at the end of November is like, well, I got all my Christmas shopping done. I'm done with all of that. and you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't even started thinking about doing Christmas shopping. Like, I have those friends, and I'm like, I wish I could be like that sometimes, because it would just be way easier to be well planned, to have it all well planned, and to just have it over with before before it's too late, before it's a few days before Christmas, and you haven't really done all of your shopping yet. That's terrible. But at the same time, I've had a discussion with my family for years now about Christmas presents, because I feel like they have sort of taken over, and at least in my family sometimes. I feel like there are just too many Christmas presents. Like, we can be 10 people in the room, and the presents won't even fit underneath the Christmas tree. And I feel like that's crazy. The Christmas is not about presents for me. I guess, like, when I was a child, of course, I feel like many children, or at least it was just me, let me know, but I really loved presents, and I thought they were very important. But at this point, I feel like, sure, I wanna give a gift to my parents and to my sister, but gifts are just not the most important part of Christmas for me. It's the whole togetherness, and all the preparations all day, going around and cooking and being together. I love that, and I don't really care about presents. Of course, it's nice to get a few presents, but I don't need to get 12 presents or 20 presents. I don't know. Some people get a lot of presents, and I don't really need that. I just want to be with my family, I guess. Maybe I just gotten old. I have friends who love Christmas presents, and it's not that I don't like presents. It's just, I feel like it's just swapping hundreds, I don't know if you use that expression. I don't know if it's even an expression in English, but, it's sort of an expression in Danish to be like, yeah, you're just swapping hundreds. So you give, like, your wish list to people, your Christmas wish list, and then they buy you what's on your list, and then you receive a list, and you buy people what's on their list, and then it's just like an order list of some sort. And I don't feel like that's not very cozy to me. I don't. Yeah, okay, whatever. If you love Christmas presents, good on you. And I feel like people should just do what they want, and just talk to your family about it, and figure out how you would want your Christmas to be. Because one of the beautiful things about Christmas is also that you can do whatever you want with Christmas. You can interpret it how you would like to. And I know every family has their own traditions. So Christmas is just a wonderful time in that regard. I really like Christmas, that's for sure. But this build is actually coming to an end by now. And I feel like I'm gonna leave it here. I hope you like this building series, and I hope you enjoy it. But I also hope that you will actually download this build and put it in your game and use it, because that's why I also chose starter homes. It's because, at least in my gameplay, that's what I use the most. Actually, I almost always start new games, and then I of course need myself a starter home. If you haven't done it already, you can also follow me on Twitter, where I will be putting up posts every time I upload a new video. I am at Pettrine. And also, I don't know if you've seen it, but I've started a Let's Play. And I really, really want you to check that out, because I would love feedback for the whole process of the story. So please go ahead and check that out. I will link it in the description down below. And yeah, that's it for this build. See you guys in the next Sunday starter in a week, which will be New Year's. So yeah, awesome. Bye.